from deep three-point land. Mobley grabs the board. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Mobley outside. Here's West. Pass to Coulibaly. George outside. Over Suggs. Great D that time from Suggs. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
He shoots. Edey, that's good. Edey's got his second basket.
Well, that's a smart play. He sees the mismatch and just takes advantage.
Pass to West. From deep, Mobley. The rebound by Payton.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Edey. They double him with Mobley. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
George hits them both. Payton with it, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Suggs, left side. Five to shoot. They set the screen. And he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
Here's Payton. Offensive rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Pass to West. And here's George. Coulibaly with it. From the arc. The rebound by Edey. And it's Miami's ball. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Payton. Suggs outside. The three ball hits the trifecta.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami out in front. They lead by 5.
The Miami team, 14.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
Taking advantage of an opening. Grant hammered that home.
Back to Koulibaly. Outside, Williams. Knocks down the triple. Williams has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Suggs. From deep three-point land. Here's Edey. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Suggs, left side. Lets it go. Just 5 to shoot. Edey, that's good. Edey's got 8.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Got a piece of it. Now Suggs. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Into the lane. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
First team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
Number 4, Evan Mobley.
On the wing, Suggs. 6 to shoot. Here's Edey. They double him with Mobley. And here's Grant from the arc. Knocks down the long J. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game. Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. The 3 from Suggs. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Floats one up. Blocked.
Well, people forget, when Grant came into the league, he was a defense-first type of player.
Number 77.
Outside Koulibaly. Out to the wing. George outside. Great D that time from Suggs. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Lots of Grants in the NBA over the years. Jeremy Grant acts like a guy who grew up around the league. You can really see it, Coach.
Well, Brian, he really did grow up around the league, and really just a high IQ player, great in the locker room, gives you great energy and effort every night.
Pass to Williams. 4-3. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Suggs, left side. Lets a 3 fly. And an intentional foul right there. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for Miami.
Payton with a steal. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Payton.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 53 left in the second.
Big coming.
They double him with Mobley. Here's Nurkic. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
San Antonio again can't hit. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Now here's Payton. Grant outside. Pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. They double him with Mobley. Puts up a 3. Williams grabs the board. San Antonio trails by 16. The drive by Mobley. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Mobley's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Payton. Mobley grabs the board. Here we go. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The physicality of George. His coaches and teammates encourage him to attack and draw contact.
Miami making a switch here. 41 seconds left to play in the half. Suggs left side. Pass to Nurkic. On the wing, Suggs. Here's Nurkic. Covered by Mobley. Here's Buzelis. And George with some nice D.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Now here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
And so it's Miami, ending the quarter up 10. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out there. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Miami leading by 10. Outside Payton. Outside Nesmith. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 5. The 3 from Suggs. Rebound by San Antonio. Pass to Mobley. Nice move. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Payton with it. Suggs outside. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Outside Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Pass to West. Mobley on a screen. Here's West. The 3 from Craig. The rebound by Nesmith.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And a big-time jam right there.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Pass to Craig. And here's Mobley. And stolen by Suggs. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Edey. Oh, it's stolen. Craig with it. Guarded now by Whitmore. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here's George. He's got 6. Pass to West. Now here's George. Sinks it from distance. George has got 9.
They're capable of shooting 40% from deep for a season. Paul George is steady from downtown.
Outside Whitmore. 3-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. And they're on the break. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Cam Whitmore.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Look, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Suggs outside. And they pick up 2.
Jalen Suggs.
And now it's an 11-point Miami lead.
Yeah, finessing his way around down low. Suggs found an opening for the score.
Into the lineup for the Heat.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Miami making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
1:44 left in the third. Pass to Okongwu. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Okongwu's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Brown can't hit.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Christie. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And it's now only a 5-point Miami lead. Outside Neesmith. 3-pointer. Nails it from 3.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Back to Okongwu. Can't get it to fall.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Outside Neesmith. Back to Payton. It's Brown on the wing. 4 on the clock. Pass to Neesmith. And here's Grant from the arc. And Craig pulls it down. It's tipped. It's stolen by Nurkic. Now Payton. 1 second left. good, trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Miami, up by a healthy 8.
Miami, 41.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's George. Pass to Williams. Here's West. Drills it from deep. West has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Clock at 4. Some room here for Suggs. Another score, his 5th make out of 10 tries.
Well, we saw Suggs' ability to take over games at the collegiate level, doing the same here in the NBA.
Okongwu, high post. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Now here's Suggs. Pass to Nesmith. And the 3 off target. Here's George. Finished off the break.
And it all comes together because George is a team player. He works so hard to support the play on the floor and be where he's needed to be for his team.
Suggs outside. Pass to Edey. There's the double with Okongwu. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Here's Williams. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Erik Spoelstra's huddle. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Oh, George with a steal. He's got a clear path. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. West has got 5 points now this quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Back to Payton. Oh, George with a steal. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Coulibaly with it. To the paint. To take the lead. Just 4 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Mobley, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Suggs. Pass to Nesmith. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Suggs.
And it's all about length for Mobley on defense. He can trap you with those long arms.
And Williams punches it home.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
And he gets it to go.
Suggs really coming into his own. It's those passes that make a difference.
Mobley outside. There's a screen. On the take. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a lead.
Yeah, Mobley better get used to getting to the line, especially with his style of play.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Pass to Edey. Now here's Suggs. Koulibaly defending. And Suggs, here we go. Here's Edey. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Pass to Williams. Back to George. Williams with it. He's covered by Grant. San Antonio again can't hit. Suggs outside. Outside Neesmith. Back to Suggs. To take the lead. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
George outside. Pass to West. Outside, Williams. It's George on the wing. Mobley, left side. Goes up on the baseline. San Antonio again can't hit.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They're going to have to get up a quick shot and then foul immediately.
And so Miami takes the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that'll do it, folks.